Hey, how's it going YouTube? Raj here. Hope you guys are doing well. Today I am back with a review on a fragrance from the house of Heeley, and this one is Sel Marin. Now, this fragrance is an aquatic fragrance. It comes in one size. It's 100 ml. In pounds, that will be 120 pounds. In USD, that's $180. The notes for this one, in the top notes there is lemon and Sicilian bergamot. In the mid there's marine salt and algae. In the base there's vetiver, birch and cedar. So an interesting mix there. This is definitely a fragrance to be worn in warm weather, spring, summer. Definitely great in casual scenarios, and also I think could work in your more formal, maybe more upscale events, but overall does have a bit more of a relaxed vibe. I think it's quite, it does have a versatility there, but probably more on the casual side. Performance-wise, it's okay. I get about 4 hours, which are decent in the warmer weather when your body starts to warm off. I feel it burns off your skin quite quickly in the warm weather, but if you're kind of indoors or a little bit indoors, a little bit outdoors, you're looking at probably around 6 or 7 hours. That's what I've got anyway. So this fragrance is an interesting one because when I first tried it, I wasn't a huge fan. I thought it was just okay, and then my opinion has changed a little bit. I do like it a little bit more. So let's get into the description. Well, in the opening, Sel Marin starts off with this kind of slightly muted lemon leaf oil type accord. It's mixed in there with this kind of salty, kind of seaweedy type accord, like a seaweed has been washed up onto a rock maybe, and the sun is beating down, and that's the kind of aroma I get mixed in with the salt from the seawater. And it's definitely an interesting one, because I wonder whether that's more of a psychological thing. If this fragrance wasn't called Sel Marin, would I have got the same thoughts coming through my mind? I don't know. I get that feeling. I think it's more of an interpretation. It's not an exact sense, but I think they have executed it well. I think Heeley has done a good job of capturing the kind of aromas of being at the beach or the ocean or at sea. It's definitely on the fresher side. I do like that. As the fragrance develops, what I get actually is only just one note really, and it's kind of this almost slightly sweet vetiver note that comes through. It's on the fresher side. It reminds me a little bit of Vetiver Babylon from Armani Privé. I don't know if anybody else has picked up on that, but I get that feeling. It is really good actually. Kind of a dry cedar in the background. Yeah, it's more about this salty vetiver, not in the vein of Sel de Vetiver from the different company, which is a little bit more on the drier side. I feel this one is a bit more juicy, accompanied with the lemon notes in the opening. Don't really pick up on too much bergamot, but those are kind of the main accords that I pick up on. It has a kind of floral element to it as well. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Aqua Universalis Forte from Maison France of Kurkdjian, with this kind of white floral accord. Maybe in the background, I kind of get it, but it's nothing too strong. I think overall, this fragrance, it doesn't, it's not amazing performance, but I wouldn't say it's terrible. It doesn't exactly jump off my skin. It does stay actually quite close in terms of projection. Longevity is good, sometimes not that great, but overall I don't really have many complaints on performance of Heeley's Sel Marin. And in terms of a rating, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, and I think that's heavily influenced by my personal preferences. The fact that aquatic fragrances just aren't really my thing. A few here and there which I do like, but it's not a genre that I'm a big fan of, to be honest. This is definitely a crowd-pleasing scent, and I didn't actually receive any compliments. Strangely, I was convinced I was going to get good feedback on this fragrance, but I didn't receive anything, which is kind of strange. But I do feel it is kind of a crowd-pleasing fragrance, and overall, it's decent. It's not my style. What can I say? You know, it's just not my cup of tea. So, guys, what are your thoughts on Heeley's Sel Marin? And do you like Heeley's minimalistic approach, which is often the case in a lot of his fragrances? Is that your kind of thing, or is it a little bit bland? Because that's kind of how I feel. It is a little bit bland, with some good points there, definitely. But overall, yeah, 6 out of 10. Not something I'd be buying, and for this amount that they're asking, I really want a lot more in terms of development, and I want the notes to be a bit more interesting and punchier. It's difficult to describe, to be honest. Maybe aquatics, just not really for me. So over to you guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts on this fragrance. Any alternatives out there? Is this the best aquatic on the fragrance? Is it a little bit middle of the road? Let me know your thoughts. Always great to hear from you. Thanks for the support. Bye. See you soon.